Hola, friends, and welcome aboard the Starship Nightwish. I am El Presidente. Yes, it is. This guy, he's got this logo on everything. Hold on a second. Let's fix this. Let's scratch this out. Input. There we go. And it's in Comic Sans, which is an exceptional communist font. Excellent. El Presidente here, everyone. Commander Exorcist is sort of indisposed at the moment. He's not going to be able to do today's Taco Tuesday, although he'll be okay. At least I hope. I'm not sure how much oxygen is in the cargo crate. I'm sure he'll be fine. Either way, I have decided that I will bring you the news because it is big news. That's right. Leigong is Leigong. You know, that joke should have been terrible and just not been funny after like the third time, but it gets funnier every time. It's kind of like food in communist country. Not everyone gets it, but hey, we will move on today because it is Taco Tuesday and we're going to talk about the destruction of Leigong, which is the second Titan, Thargoid Titan. We're actually winning. We are actually winning. At least these two fights. I've got things to talk about. But Exorcist had put this together. He wanted to show off his pictures. These are pictures that Exorcist took. He actually, fired a couple of shots on this one. So I'm kind of proud of him for going out and doing the alien massacre thing. It was stuff very good. But these are pictures that he took, and you can catch all of them on his social media because he's all about showing himself off or on Facebook or whatever. So, if you look, you will find Exorcist out there, and these are his pictures. I cannot take credit, although as the de facto ruler of the Nightwish, yes, these are my photos. I took these photos. So we're going to move on today because it's going to be a very quick Taco Tuesday because we're going to go over a new Galnet article that came out yesterday. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the Titans and the Thargoid pressing forward. So let's move on to the next part, which is the Leigong Destruction. My friends, it was glorious. It was glorious to see the core explode. However, this is a pineapple. It represents my country and my people. It is a sacred symbol. I do not approve of the community naming the core the pineapple. It is a great disgrace to El Presidente and his people. So I would not refer to it as the pineapple because of such disgrace. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. Titan Leigong has been taken out in the HIP 8887. That's a lot of eights. His system has been eliminated, following the same tactical approach against Tyrannus. Can you imagine that we took out Tyrannus and then turned around and took out Leigong, and they didn't change their tactics at all? They just sat there and let us blow them up. It's kind of interesting. Vox Galactica, Jade Sunderland, reported 2 of the 8 Thargoid Titans have now been put out of action. Well, at least that reporter can count. Leigong suffered the same fate as Tyrannus. Did we not just say this? I don't like journalists. With its core being bombarded with its core being targeted by a sustained bombardment, El Presidente is having problems with reading tonight. Aegis is overjoyed at these results, and they should be. They should be. The Exorcist is really hard on that organization, but I like them. I like them. They are secretive, they are dirty, they are tricksters, they lie, cheat, steal. They're pretty much everything that I like. What's not to like about Aegis? Both Professor Palin and Ramtar are being praised for the development of the Guardian nanite torpedo, which those are really awesome, which is crucial to these attacks. And the word is spreading that the Thargoid war machine has suffered a critical defeat. Leigong, for some reason, and it has not been made public, seems to have been more important than Tyrannus, because the Galnet people here are really focusing on the critical infrastructure of the Thargoid war machine with Leigong being gone. I wonder what they know that we don't. One that may change the entire conflict. See, there it is. It's again, they keep driving that home. That Leigong is like very important. Why? I mean, it was around the ninth ringed planet, which was nice, but it was pretty. But it wasn't much more of a challenge directly than Tyrannus was. Granted, the AX pilots did amazing things, taking over star systems and destroying the Thargoids one at a time, picking. And here we are. Can these victories be repeated a further 6 times? There are 6 more Titans. They brought 8. Thank God they brought an even number of Titans. If they brought an odd number, a president, they would probably have lost his mind. Now, as you see on your screen, Exorcist put this up here. I'm just reading what he's got. You can see he's got his little fancy stuff and his taco. This is a Cobra. No one in the Tyrannus attacks flew a Cobra, but the Cobra is what we got as a reward. So you got the paint job and the scales that go on it. It's kind of creepy. Okay, it's like dead Thargoid scales. I mean, if you want to put that on your ship, Exorcist put that on his ship, and it's kind of weird. I'm a dictator, and I wouldn't do that. Anyway, nobody flies a Cobra for Thargoid stuff, but you get a Cobra. So this is what we got. And as far as I know, those rewards are already available to pilots that participated in the action because they changed the rules again. They told you that you had to get 2 million on the core, not the pineapple. We're not calling it the pineapple. Remember, this is a pineapple. This is a Thargoid Titan core. You get 2 million on the core, and then you get your rewards. But guess what? That's not the truth. They lied to you. All you had to do was jump into the system within 1 week of the meltdown. The rules keep changing. And I have a feeling the Frontier is on the side of the Thargoids. I know that it's controversial. And that people want to think the Frontier has the Commander's interest in part. I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. I believe that Frontier has turned trade and they are fighting against us with the Goids because they keep changing the rules. And this is psychological warfare. It is meant to demoralize commanders because you don't want to fight. Why fight if you know they're going to change the rules and give you the patch anyway? I'm just going to sit there. I'm going to hyperspace in, not spend 30 million credits on rebuys over the weekend, and then get my patch. It's a very interesting turn of events. But I want to talk about something else. Something kind of unique. We have beaten 2 Titans. It is very awesome and humanity should be thrilled. And we are. El Presidente is very proud of all of you. Even Exorcist. But what I'd like to say is I will be very disappointed if we continue this war and the Titans sit there and let us pick them off one at a time. At some point, do you not think that the remaining 6 Titans would look at each other and go, no, we can't sit here and let them pick us off like this. That would be stupid. There's no other word for it. That's a really stupid military tactic, to sit there and let your enemy pick you off one by one. Now, the Titans should probably move. It would make sense for them to move, maybe to a centralized area, reinforcements or something, or I have seen this in discussions. El Presidente is watching the Discords, and I have seen people discussing the possibility that the Titans could disappear. Imagine you beat the next 2 Titans the same way, and then you wake up one day and the other Titans have disappeared. Where did they go? Will they reappear in your backyard? Or perhaps in your shower? Who knows? Or maybe the cone sector finally gets opened and we go after the Goids and strike at their home world. What a way to celebrate the 10th anniversary of this Elite Dangerous game. It would be fantastic. It probably won't happen. That's El Presidente's dreams of avarice, but it will not happen. But it is really concerning that Leigong was a little bit easier this time. Perhaps the fact that there was more commanders involved. But are we really going to sit back and take one at one at one? That's not fun. By the time we get to the 8th one, we're going to be bored out of our minds. Can you imagine being bored in a war to the point where your enemy has one ship left and you just really don't care? You don't want to blow it up? It's going to be an interesting trip. But I wonder, I hope that the Thargoids have something up their sleeves. They're not going to let us take out one at a time. Because that's not consistent with the Thargoid lore, and it's not consistent with what we know about them. They react. That the guy, what was his name? Revelation or Salutations, whatever his name was. The guy that blew up the planet and blew up the ship and the pulse wave thing with the green, whatever his name. He's that olive guy. So Captain Olive, whatever his name. He did something, the Thargoids retaliated. We're doing something now. What's to say they're not going to retaliate again? El Presidente has a message for the Thargoids. Bring it on. We're ready for you. We'll take on anything that you can give us. Bring it on. Because when our weapons have stopped working, and my gun no longer fires, I'm going to pick my gun up and beat you with it. And then when my gun breaks, I'm going to take the parts of my gun and I'm going to keep fighting with those pieces. Because that is the human spirit. The human spirit is to pick up any weapon we can find and defend ourselves. Because we're not going quietly. No, El Presidente is not going quietly. Just ask Exorcist. Poor guy. Probably never gets any sleep. I'm always trying to take over the ship. These are disciples. These are the suckers that pay. The capitalists that actually pay for this stuff. They pay for this channel and they pay for these pictures, these videos. Exorcist has quite a racket going on here. If I was a capitalist, I'd go this way too. If you're a capitalist and you like to participate, this is the way to do it. He calls them holy disciples. I'm not sure what he's discipling them to. Be like, I don't know. Maybe he's doing yoga or something. Patreon.com/Commander Exorcist. I know he has welcomed a couple of new patrons recently, and thank you for your service. Thank you for contributing. Yes, we're all very happy to have you on board. And that's it. Yeah, I forgot to take out his logo again. And he butchered the SPVFA logo. This guy's just a wreck. Anyway, that's probably why I try to take over the ship all the time. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am El Presidente. Thank you for being a part of the journey of the Nightwish and all its strange characters. Believe it or not, I'm not the only one on the ship. There are a few you have not met yet. Pray to God that you do not ever meet them, for sure. I do not know what will happen with the Titans. Congratulations to everyone who took out Leigong. I believe one is called Oh Yeah. Oh Yeah. We're going to take that one out. And that one's going to be a joke too. It's going to be something like, oh yeah, we took that out, baby. Are we going to have jokes for every single one of these? We are, aren't we? Anyway. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Talk O Tuesday. I'm El Presidente. Fly dangerously. Don't watch your back. Watch other people's backs. And I'll see you out there. Good night, everyone.